What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker. This is Awesome broadcast coming to you live from kind of chilly, kind of cold DC, Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen, D.C., District of Columbia. At the heart of U.S. empire, we are here, we are live. We're alive at 63 degrees, but actually quite chilly here in otherwise gloomy, somewhat sunny Washington, D.C., folks. We're alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day because today's a very special day. I saw your panel. Great job. Oh, yeah. Our panel got the most heated, apparently. Our panel, which was me, Symone Sanders, former Bernie comms person, Symone Sanders, Jessica Tarkov, our queen, and Tim Miller as well. And it was heated because you know me, I can't keep my fucking mouth shut. I don't know if they actually capture how much heat there was. Yeah, Manti said 2 of my faves, Fox will explode. I hope so. Jessica is tall as fuck. Yeah, she really is. Here's some clips that came out where I said Greg Buttfelt. I could have stopped myself.
Election results. And Fox captures that there are people who have kind of like a shared core set of values maybe, but they're not taking themselves that seriously. They're not scolding each other. Like, it also matters in the quality of the programming. It looks great. Our graphics are beautiful. Our lighting is fantastic. Are you making a face?
Look, I'm your Fedayeen. I'm your biggest diehard fan, okay? But no, I don't think the Fox News graphics are beautiful. Look, I respect what you do, especially because, like, if I had to sit next to Jesse Waters and Greg Buttfeld the entire time, I would kill myself. And the fact that you have been able to successfully sit in that room every day and just white knuckle through Jesse Waters' snide ass remarks is impressive. It is.
Concur.
Thank you. And it is nice to be amongst my people, which I'm usually not, like cautiously weaving through here. But my point in bringing it up, and you don't have to love our graphics, even though they're copied in every move.
I said Buttfeld, dude. I said Greg Buttfeld.
And things like that. It's like the official look of it. But even when...
The PR people love Jessica. She is a favorite of the Fox PR folks.
But nothing is taken that seriously. And that's not the case in liberal media. And that doesn't mean you're not talking about serious things, but there's this feeling like it is not the end of the world in every topic that you're discussing. And this idea that we can just go and show up in conservative spaces or, you know, come for an hour and you have to be open to those kinds of things, like, doesn't capture how hard it is for people who vote like me and some of the things that I think to genuinely form bonds.
Between your Smoke Crackman on Zateo, January 6th tour with Summer Lee, and this, you've had a week for sure. I mean, yeah, I don't pull back. Actually, that's not true. I do dial it back quite a bit. When I'm around people, I do try to dial it back a little bit. Did the audience like you? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, a big chunk of the audience, yeah, I flaked up with the legend, Jessica Tarkov. There were a lot of Hassan heads in the audience, but I will say there were moments, specifically around Israel, where virtually the entirety of the panel was contesting my positions, which was still pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't think the Fox graphics are copied in movies because they are particularly good looking. They're copied in movies because they are representative of like a very specific aesthetic that is, you know, borderline fascist, spreading misinformation. That's it. That's the reason. Did you mean to say Buttfelt or did it slip out? I'm gonna be honest with you. It slipped out a little bit. It definitely slipped out. Remember when he said Joe Brandon in front of Marianne Williamson? I know, exactly.
And interact on an ongoing basis with people who you disagree with. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is not getting to know the other side. Living amongst them and spending time with them is. And I think that's why I'm able to do my job and have a reasonable therapy bill, like not insane, but, you know, we know each other like the family that it looks like, which is dysfunctional, but it's still a family. And people who watch the show, and, you know, we have 20% Democratic viewership, like, still get that.
Hassan,
sorry,
no,
I know it's not maybe not the answer you guys wanted, but
I want to actually. I do
You're not getting a lot of claps because you're defending Fox News in this room.
Well, I think Let me speak. I want to talk to Hasan about what you just said. But before, I heard something from the crowd, and I think it reflects what they're feeling, which is, well, they're not taking it seriously because these are people that are not appreciating the consequences or are ignoring or telling themselves a story about the consequences. And I know you know that.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. It was pretty good. In any case, we got some more spicy moments, some spicy facility moments here. Let's take a look.
They didn't win because they opened up the aperture and let people do what they need to do. They won because they tripled down on what they believe, even if what they believe.
Right. That's just not. I'm sorry. That sounds good, and I like it. I want it to be right. It's just not right.
They didn't win because they tripled down on what they believe.
No, they did triple down on what they believe.
Yes, they tripled down on racism.
Yeah.
It was populism, but populism is a thin ideology mixed with a thick ideology, according to Cass Mudd.
Symone,
His populism had a lot of things in. It was an economic populist, but populism had a little white supremacy in it, a little racism. Like Bernie Sanders is a populist in a different way than Donald Trump.
Yeah, here's the thing.
So I don't understand.
Here's the thing, though. Can I just say really quick, though? Here's the thing. Like, yeah, he doubled down on a bunch of terrible shit that they believe that's extreme. No doubt. No doubt. He also was seen as left of Kamala on foreign policy. He was seen as an anti-war candidate. He was seen as anti the Republican establishment on war. He cut to the middle on that.
Yeah, he lied about that, for sure.
He's a liar.
He lied.
Yeah.
He lied.
But then maybe our guy should lie about some things that are popular, too.
Okay,
I don't know.
Now you sound like me during the campaign where I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing when you're not like addressing this stuff where Donald Trump can present himself as the peace candidate? That was insane to me. But obviously, sending Bill Clinton to Dearborn to talk about Judea and Samaria, as most people were seeing.
All right.
Most people were seeing.
I want to bring us back.
Children on their timeline every day.
Let's not pretend like they didn't moderate on things. That's all I'm saying. He moderated.
They pulled that shit in so quick. The only circle with Palestine is taboo is these fucking centrists. I know. There were a couple different moments, too. Are you the only pro-Palestine advocate on that stage there? I mean, some of them have, like, moderated on the position, but... Yes, I don't know what Symone Sanders' position is on Israel, so I can't speak for that, but it was like, it definitely, I'm glad to always be on panels like this. I'm glad to always be in rooms like this, because I will always take that opportunity, and Crooked Con is a fantastic opportunity to get in front of an audience that is prime, that is like begging for voices like ourselves. That's something that you guys have to remember, because that is the most receptive. That is the most receptive audience that we can be in front of. You don't have to compromise on your values as long as they're making space for the left flank in the party in front of some of the biggest audiences that are directly talking to liberals in general, that are left curious. I think it's always going to be a good thing, and I'm always going to take that opportunity.
I talk to those people every day, and there were people that genuinely believed that Donald Trump was actually excising the violent criminals. And the only reason why people are led to believe this lie, aside from the faucet of misinformation that comes from independent outlets on the right and also Fox News as well, is because there is no robust response from the Democratic Party that says, that's a fucking lie. That's a lie. Undocumented migrants in this country are responsible for a lower rate of per capita crime than natural-born U.S. citizens are. If you pair that up with documented migrants, it's negligible. It is marginal, and they're hyper-focusing on it specifically because this is a vulnerable population that is easy to target and it's easy to ridicule, and there is not enough of a robust defense mechanism out there. And that's the reason why people end up believing this bullshit, and then they get shocked when it's actually implemented.
This clip was fire. He's fucking right. Defend migrants, defend your neighbors. Yeah, but all Dems have been completely toothless against Trump. They lose every messaging and branding opportunity that he provides. And there have been countless just pathetic leadership and strategy all around. He's right. And the hate towards undocumented migrants are a distraction from the real problems of wealth inequality and corporate big money dominating politics on both parties. Like, there are people on there on the panel that are like working within the confines of the Democratic infrastructure. There's people in there that are ideologically opposed to the left flank of the party, but they're like more open-minded than they ever have been. And it's really interesting because those guys on there sounded a lot like me, maybe not completely, but their messaging on what the Democrats should do was almost identical to what I've been saying during the campaign. This commentary that was like pushed aside, right?
I'm Dan Pfeiffer.
I'm Hassan Piker.
I'm Ro Khanna.
I'm Andy Bashir, governor of Kentucky.
We're at Crooked Con.
What is the worst cliche in politics?
The one that pisses me off the most is when people go, better things are not possible.
I don't like the term the coalition. I just believe that we go out there and we earn the vote of every single voter.
You got to meet voters where they are. Something I say all the time.
We're going to do things for the people.
The only poll that matters is the one on election day.
What should Democrats be thinking about heading into 2026?
How to tackle the income inequality in this country.
Class first politics, centering the working class and their issues and their financial struggles in every piece of messaging they possibly can. Just slam that in there over and over again.
Affordability, about people's jobs and how we make their life just a little bit easier and a little bit better.
Winning is a good thing to think about for the midterms.
Yeah, winning is good. We should think about how to meet voters where they are.
I did meet Andy Bashir. It was brief. I met him and I met Chris Matthews, and they were talking to one another. Chris Matthews was just like, he looked like he did not know where he was really. And Andy Bashir had no idea who I was. He did not know at all, which is fine. I mean, he seemed kind. The Chris Matthews Bernie clip was in my mind the entire time. I wanted to walk up to him and whisper in his ear, we're setting up the gallows in Central Park. Yeah, he's old. He's very old. I didn't want to test it. Does it feel weird to be surrounded by libs at a convention? No. I went to the DNC. I think you guys don't understand. Both within the infrastructure of the Democratic Party and both within the audiences that attend these sorts of things, there are a lot of people that are infinitely closer to our position that simply do not understand that they are, or simply do not understand that they are so close or in complete agreement with our worldview. You have to go to where the people are. In order to build a mass movement, you have to engage in mass politics. You have to understand that most of the liberals, self-identified liberals, most of the self-IDing liberals actually have a lot of appetite for our version of the world, for our vision of a future. There is a reason why the Democrats also kind of lean into this like left flank position on issues from time to time until they get, a little too worried about how popular it's becoming. And then they immediately present divisions and say, no, we're not like that. We're not like that. Do you feel like people there take you personally more seriously after the Mamdani win? I think it's been happening even before the Mamdani win. I think it started with the defeat. When Kamala Harris lost, a lot of mainstream liberal voices were like, how could this have happened? What did we get wrong? So they looked around and they came back to people like myself, partially because I do go to these spaces, like the Pod Save America bros. And they were like, oh my God, this guy was actually ringing the fucking alarm bells about right-wing radicalization among Gen Z youth and all of the failures of the Harris campaign, even before the election. And since then, there has been obviously more mainstream attention on your boy. And as this movement continues to grow, there will be more of that as well.